Okay, welcome to the Anything Bowl where anything goes. I'm Brendan.
And my name's Miguel.
And Miguel can't talk today, so I'm going to be in charge.
Basically, yeah.
So what we got coming up, we got a nice Loki episode 5 review.
That's right.
We're talking about... just let me... We got talking about some Invincible.
Yeah.
Talking about a little bit of Rick and Morty, some upcoming movies like the new Planet of the Apes, and what else we got?
Gen V.
And Gen V, the TV show, had its season finale come out.
Yeah,
we're not going to do a whole
like.
backstory on the boys and everything, but we may do that in the future. But for right now, just a season recap.
That's right.
So, first off,
welcome to the show.
How did you feel about Loki?
About Loki?
Episode 5.
I think it was much better than I was anticipating.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be very up on the mic this week, because it sounds much worse than it is. I'm not actually sick. It's just not good.
Talk with the diaphragm.
Ooga booga wonga. That's my Jabba the Hutt impression.
Thank you. I got that.
Okay, so Loki episode 5.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I'm not gonna, I mean, like, it definitely felt like something where, how do I put it's they're giving you a little bit because you're about to get to the finale, but they're not giving you enough for you to be like, oh man, this is fucking great.
It was all just
exposition.
Exposition,
yes.
yeah. I was also like, my view on the episode was like so warped until the end because I thought that it was the season finale, and I'm like, how are you going to end this season
How the fuck
and
could you
not
do
wrap
that,
up a story?
man?
Like, how are you going to do this
Yeah.
and like not give me an ending? And I'm like, oh wait, this isn't the last episode.
No,
that was pretty good.
More. It was.
It wasn't great though.
I think I feel kind of weird about him having the superpower now of like time travel at will.
Yeah,
because it's not like he goes, okay, and I'm in pain and I'm going. It's more like he's like,
I think what they're going to do is they're going to cancel Kang, and he's going to take over the TVA, and he's going to be the king of time and space.
Probably. Or they're going to fucking kill him.
That too.
I'd believe that. Where they go, he's dead, and Kang is back, and he tried so hard, but he's now got himself stuck in a loop.
To fail yet again. Or what I'm really hoping is he does succeed, become the Time Lord, and then
Mr. Time.
And then he just goes into like any time, and when like Thor's at his lowest, and she'd be like, "Hey man, how you doing?" And he's like, "Loki, my brother, you're not dead again." He's like, "No, I'm very fucking dead.
I'm gonna kill you right now."
But like
right here and now.
I just like I've been through a lot, and I just want to say like
I'm surprised we're like 2 seasons in and there's no Chris Hemsworth.
No,
at all.
No,
like not even a fucking cameo.
It was just crazy.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, because like
even Throg, they fucking deleted the scene. They just got rid of him entirely.
They did?
Throg, yeah.
Why?
Remember he was only in like the one thing, but there's a deleted scene of him fighting him.
Oh.
Yeah.
But they didn't cut the scene that we saw in the original episode.
No,
okay. I was like, they're just like removing.
You mean
all
like the little pan of them going down and he's just there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think part of it had to do with Chris Hemsworth wanting to take a break after Thor 4.
Yeah, because it was bad.
Because his whole like mental state thing where he was having like a midlife crisis.
Yeah.
So they're probably like, why don't you come on? He's like, I'm just gonna like.
He's probably very expensive.
Yeah.
They're like 5 minutes. He's like $15 million.
That's. You're Thor, man. Come on, just be Thor.
Just do it for us, please.
RDJ would do it for 10.
No, he wouldn't. Before he would.
Yeah.
No, he won't.
No. And then, that's actually something I want to talk to you about, but
later when we talk about the Marvels, because I know exactly what you mean.
Okay.
From a story standpoint, I think it was cool seeing like it was a dumb moment where Mobius was like, "Oh man, look, I'm a jet ski salesman."
Yeah.
Like it was cute seeing them in their lives, but I really didn't need it. I want. They tease this. I understand Jonathan Majors because trials or whatever. They tease this as like, oh my God, Kang is coming. Kang's this big guy. He's the villain. Look, it's Kang, but he's in like the second episode. Where's Kang?
Yeah, that's it.
Why are we wasting an entire episode for him to go, look,
Kang.
It's a temp pad, but it's this big.
Yeah. Watch him come back and just be like, I didn't actually die. They just put me back to my own universe like it did for the other people. So guess what? I'm back. I'm good.
No, Loki's going to find a way to jump back. He's going to jump back for the second before he goes out and be like, wait.
You mean like at the end of the episode?
Don't go. That's going to be it.
Yeah.
Yes, just like at the end of the episode.
Yes. Where he does that,
where he just shows up and he's like, oh my God, I'm back.
I like how everybody else had their own lives and everything, and no one gave a shit about it in the TVA, but Mobius was just like, man, I really want to sell
like
some
jet
ATVs.
skis. Yeah.
Jet skis. I really need to be on them. You know,
I like a
feel
jet ski.
Like that means he genuinely loved that job.
Yeah.
And like he's doing it.
He loved it so much that it came down and like was part of him.
It's part of him.
Like his soul.
Yeah. Like,
his soul is part jet ski.
You can take him away from the jet ski, but you can't take the jet ski away from him. No. Owen Wilson needs a jet ski. Get that man a jet ski.
Owen Wilson is very good in the show. He has no right being as good as he is for everything else that I've ever seen him
What's
in.
really funny is like the beginning of the season and everything, and like things started getting serious. I'm like, he's standing out as like just Owen Wilson, but like because of this last episode and everything, I'm just like, no, I believe he's Mobius again.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he pulled it back.
There's like a little bit of growing pain
Yeah.
in the first episode or two, and then they just get real.
Yeah, because they're like, we're
dense
going to
into
torture you, and Owen Wilson just sitting there and was like, wow, that doesn't seem
That's
right.
a cool looking box you got there. Wow.
No, Loki, don't do it. Wow. Oh, they're dead.
Wow. What the fuck? Wow.
Have you seen the clip of him online where they're like, people are really surprised that I'm not a talking car?
That would make Loki so much more interesting.
Oh my God, yeah.
A talking car trying to sell jet skis.
Parallel
I would
universe.
fucking. Also, the effect of the universe falling apart, super cool. String cheese.
Really weird though.
Yes,
And
but that's the point. It's trippy.
Changes the dynamic of what we saw in other things. So when we saw Mr. Fantastic die for the first time, he did that, and it's just like, did he do that because he's stretchy, or did she untime him?
I bet on it we could see it.
Yeah.
I doubt there's that much consistency.
Probably.
I'm sure they were like, well, what if he turned into string cheese?
Because he's stretchy.
Exactly.
And then they're like, that was a cool thing. Maybe, what if time is also stretchy? And they're like, but time is not elastic.
Time does not work like that.
And they're like, but we're going to do it anyway. And then what was the other thing where someone happened like that, where they got like, we're going to call it cheesed.
Cheesed?
Yeah, who got cheesed?
It's kind of like the dusting.
Yeah.
Kind of like when Thanos snapped.
Yeah.
Only instead of them like whatever, they're like, no, even then, like for Sylvie, she just kind of like, they all just like stringy fall apart.
Yeah.
It was close.
It's super weird. And then his power and everything, he's just like, I understood. It's not about the who, I mean, the what or the when or why. It's the who.
That doesn't make
and
any
it's
sense.
just like, but that's like, first of all, it's a terrible line. Second of all, you said that earlier. You're like, oh, you just got to focus on the people that you want to save and everything. And that's how you got there.
The
but
pens in the cup.
why?
The pens in the cup, man. Come on.
You got to put those
focus on
pens
the
in that cup, man. And then like, Obi.
Was that your Obi impression?
No, that was just me being an idiot.
It's, I don't want to say I'm disappointed because there's so many other instances where Marvel has disappointed me in the last like 2 years.
Yeah.
This is right. If it's like a dial, and once you go past the halfway point, it's disappointment. I'm not like at the dial, but I'm getting close to it because I'm underwhelmed.
I want to go back and rewatch Loki season 1 and see if it's as good as I remember
I
it
don't
being,
think
or
it
if
is.
it's because we were not disappointed in Marvel yet, so they came out with it and we're like, yeah.
Yes, we were like more stuff because it was mid-pandemic right after WandaVision.
Yeah,
we
and
like,
I even
stuff.
remember when it came out, I was just like, yeah, it's really good, but I feel like the middle, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But like that was the first time I think it happened, because like in WandaVision,
but then in
there
the
was
end,
like
everything
a bunch
happened.
and there was there's a giant fucking cloud of space and time and
Giant
whatever. And like
cloud
now
dog.
in this, they're like, oh, all of reality is unfolding. It's like, yeah, but I'm not
You don't
seeing
feel
it.
it.
It doesn't,
It doesn't
feel as
feel- it
grand.
feels like-
it feels like it's falling apart in the room that you're in.
Exactly. It feels like someone got a superpower that's fucking with like wherever they are,
Yeah.
and that's it. It
Yeah.
doesn't feel as grandiose as them being like, oh man, all of existence is just caving and Loki's all by himself now.
Because it is. He's isolated. You have this whole universe, and you can't have the budget to put anybody else in it. So you're seeing no one else die.
Yeah.
Canonically, right now, all the Avengers have to be fucking dead.
Everything is dead.
Yeah, everything's dead, and Loki's just sitting there, just like, I now am time.
Yes.
Time Loki.
Time Loki.
Actually, a cool name.
That's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
He just needs a really good suit and a hat.
You mean with like horns and like green
Kind of like
stuff?
Flava Flav with like the big clock.
Oh my
But
god.
it's on his head.
I'm
So his
Time
head is
Loki.
here, and then the clock is like,
And then like he meets Thor, and he's like, hey,
what's on
what's
your
on
head?
your head, man?
You fucking douchebag. What's on your head?
Just starts fucking with the minutes, and it just, oh my god, it's Miss Minutes' face just corpsed out, just fucking in the helmet.
But they leave the arms and the face on, so she's
Yeah.
like,
Who the hell is that? Is my mortal enemy?
see, and they're also trying to push Miss Minutes as being like this huge villain and this important character. I don't fucking care.
I don't think they are.
I don't.
I think she's already over.
You think that's it? They keep posting about her.
Because she's the mascot of it, besides Loki. Because, for some reason, Tom Hiddleston isn't enough. You need a mascot that you
Yeah,
can sell
yeah,
things
yeah.
for, and that's all she is. She's merchandise.
Is there a Funko Pop of her?
Probably, but there's a whole bunch of other things. I mean, that's kind of like not the standard anymore because Funko's like falling off.
Yeah. There is a Miss Minutes Funko Pop.
Here you go.
This big. Or there's one that's this big.
Ooh, this is our ghost one. Missed opportunity if there isn't.
No ghost.
Okay,
There's no regular sized one.
that's weird.
It's either like this big and it comes with a whatever the other bad woman is, whose name I can't remember.
Yeah.
Or there's a jumbo one.
Renfield?
Oh, it's a vampire.
Okay.
Renslayer.
Renslayer.
You were close.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. So Loki.
Yes.
In all of my broken voice enthusiasm, it's all right.
It's better than what we've been getting, but it's still not at the level that I want. Can't wait to get yelled at for that fucking opinion.
Exactly. My problem is that they talked it up so much.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, Loki's back. Look at this. Victor Timely. Holy shit. Jonathan Majors.
Yeah.
And the whole thing's like, the time loom. You're like, who's the real villain here?
Everyone always gets so mad at us and everything because it's just like especially on our most recent thing with like Five Nights at Freddy's, like
people get so angry.
Everyone gets so.
It's
mad
not even just
like,
that though. People get mad at us for everything.
Yeah, but it's just like you're not a real fan. You have too high expectations. Nothing's good enough for you guys, and it's just like we talked about it before.
Well, yeah, but there's a difference between something not being good enough and just critiquing something.
Yes,
which is the entire point of why we're sitting here.
Post shorts, we don't post like all the good and the bad. We post like some funny snippets or like
all
controversial
it means is
stuff.
that they're not actually watching the video.
Yeah, except for that one guy who left a comment. We appreciate you.
That's right. The
paragraph
that wrote,
comment, that actually deep dived into every point we made.
Of our 20-minute video.
Yeah.
The rarity. Happens every now and then.
Thank you.
Super Abyss.
That was his name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks, Super Abyss.
But even with that, it's just like we don't, it's not that our standards are too high, it's that we know what good quality looks like. So
because
why aren't we getting
this?
Like a good example that I have recently, like it's not comic book or anything, but like you and me are really into pop punk stuff, and we got a new Blink album and everything.
It's so good.
And the way that it was hyped up, the way that
Front
they had
to
the
back.
singles come out, the history and everything in those songs and everything.
It lived up to it.
Yeah, like I don't love the album top to bottom, but it definitely met my expectations.
It exceeded mine, especially with those last two singles.
And and that's all that I want out of Marvel and Disney and stuff. Like I don't need it to blow me away every time, but I want to watch it and not feel like I just wasted an hour.
If it's not going to be good, treat it like Echo.
Yeah.
If your expectations are low, dump it all at once. Don't try to hype it up and be like, look, we're fucking reinventing the action movie.
Yeah, and
check back every Wednesday at 6 p.m.
And I hear, like, I don't know anything about Echo, but apparently she does have actual powers and stuff.
She's not getting
in the comic book,
show.
And they said that they're not giving it to her at all. And it seems to me more like this is just another Kingpin show.
Yeah,
and they're just being like, oh,
with
it's
some
Echo,
Daredevil.
And it's just like, but what you had?
It's just a soft continuation. That's all it is.
Cool superhero or a villain, like I don't know anything about her, and then you're just like, no, this is just a deaf person, and it's just like I'm assuming that was part of their character, which probably made them interesting, and you kind of like dialed back the powers to make them boring.
I think what it is you remember 2020, 2021, Marvel was like, we're going to make a show about fucking everything.
Yeah.
Everything left and right. This feels like one of those shows that before the changing of the guard came back, where they were just like cutting shit left and right.
Yeah.
This feels like one of the ones where they're like, we're too far along. We can't scrap it.
Yeah.
We can't stop it. We just need to like fix it and be done.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this Echo show wouldn't exist. Just like the Agatha show.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know why that exists.
I want that one to happen. I'm seeing the cast for that, and I'm very excited. And it's also been so long. And I saw another clip today, and I'm still mad about it. I feel like I keep bringing this up.
What?
Where the fuck is White Vision?
Vision Quest, the rumored MCU show, got canceled.
Oh.
It's no longer in production.
So
they have no idea where his Vision is.
He's just out there. He's just doing things.
Sorry.
That was his Oscar the Grouch impression.
Yeah. My throat hurts so much that I tried to cough that up and I couldn't.
Drink some water.
No, I'm okay. I sound a little bit better now.
Oat.
That stuff's not bad.
Oat nog. It ain't good though.
Merry Christmas. It's never too early.
It is.
No.
It's November 3rd, 4th.
We put up our decorations today.
And he put up his decorations. I'm not ready for it.
I'm so fucking ready for it.
I'm getting snippets and everything.
So let's keep going with Marvel.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Echo trailer.
Yeah.
It looks interesting.
What's his name? Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yes. Such a scary man. Such a large, tall, scary, big man.
You know what's really funny about that too is that everyone talks shit about the old Ben Affleck Daredevil, but that big hulking like dude who played Kingpin, whose name I forget, I love him in everything. So I even loved that character back then. So
Michael Clark Duncan.
Yeah.
Who I think died a few years ago.
It's been a while.
2012.
That's over a decade ago.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just like I've always had a good experience with that character. I've never really seen anyone do it bad.
I've never seen a bad version.
But he's doing it. He is intimidating.
Yes. And especially in the trail. I mean, given the trailer, the whole point was for them to be like, look, super violent TVMA.
Yeah.
He's beating the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
I get it.
I also just watched like Full Metal Jacket recently for the first time, and he's the one
alchemist.
No, they're very different, very very different. And he's like batshit crazy in that, and I'm like, that's probably why they cast him for this. Like, I know that came out a while ago, but he's so good at playing deranged and insane.
He is 64 years old.
He aged well.
For a 64-year-old man, he is fucking scary.
Yeah, I mean, it also has to do with the fact that he's like bald and everything, so you can't see gray, so he just looks young. He looks like Eggman.
Do you want to hear his IMDb? Just a couple of them.
Men in Black, Full Metal Jacket,
Daredevil,
The
Moth Effect, a limited TV series, BoJack Horseman.
That's a fucking curveball.
No, Dishonored 2.
The fuck?
Lego Jurassic World, the regular Jurassic World.
Who was he in Jurassic? Did he do the dinosaur
Vic
sounds?
Hoskins.
Damn, I don't know what that is.
I don't fucking know. I'm glad it's not just me.
No, I have no fucking idea.
Vincent D'Onofrio. Crazy fucking
amazing actor.
Scary actor. But the show, it makes me nervous because you can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're giving you this very long take and then a bunch of really quick action shots. Mm-hmm. It scares me that the rest of the show is just horrible or boring or shitty because they're like, look, 2-minute trailer, 1.5 minutes of it is him beating the shit out of someone. And then it's just like bang, 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 Daredevil, bang, bang, bang.
So Daredevil isn't it? I didn't finish the trailer.
You didn't see it? Yeah.
No.
He's in his red suit from Netflix.
Good, because I didn't like the gold one.
Yeah, most people didn't, but that's just because they didn't like She-Hulk.
The gold problem was that they were showing him in daylight, so they wanted to show a bit.
It looked fucking bad in the daytime. And at night when he first shows up,
it looked okay. I just don't like him in the gold. You know what I'd love to see is that new comic outfit of his, where he's got like a beard and everything, and he's like looks metal as fuck.
Daredevil with a beard. That is fucking cool.
Yeah, I want to see that costume.
Homie is clearly not having a good time.
No, like I can't wait for like 10 years from now when they're still going and it's falling apart, but then they come back with like the old Avengers and we got Maestro, we got fucking Maestro?
What?
Old man, crazy fucking Hulk with a beard.
Well, I know that, but where's it gonna come from?
Just time.
Look, here, it's a little screen grab.
I gotta reflect.
This one.
Okay, yeah, that's solid. And
I know.
And they got the Punisher writers coming back, so I'm assuming John Bernthal's gonna be in his show as well.
I doubt it. I'm sure he's like, I want to do other stuff.
No, he loves it.
Does he really?
He loves it.
Season 2 of his show was bad, but season 1 was really good.
See, I haven't watched season 2,
because
and Isaiah tells me that it's phenomenal. He said it's better than season 1.
The action is really good.
Okay.
The story is atrocious.
Okay. I still want to watch it, though. You know what I don't want to watch? The Immortal Iron Fist.
Yeah, it's a bad show.
Yeah. All those things started off so good and they felt... Why? You got a notification?
Hold on, I blinded myself. You know what? Speaking of OGs, man.
Cheese man? What?
Oh, geez, man. Marvel is fucked. That is every headline I've seen because now all these leaks are coming out of them being like, we need to make another Avengers movie with the original cast.
Yeah.
They're trying to course correct far too hard, and it's not good.
Just solid. What we want to do.
Skip straight to Secret Wars.
Quality over quantity.
Skip to Secret Wars. They want to reboot anyway.
Yeah.
Skip to Secret Wars. Fucking be done with it.
But like, the problem is, you're doing 9 things. You're doing multiverse, you're doing Young Avengers, and you're doing Secret Wars. And just the multiverse thing could have worked really well because then you could have taken.
Well, it's the multiverse saga. They can't just.
Well, the problem with that is you need to take people, like, not everyone has a sidekick or a child or whatever, and they're all the wrong fucking ages. So what you do is you do the multiverse thing where everyone just comes together and they're like, oh, we're all like 16 to like 21.
Yes.
And like, we're the Young Avengers or whatever.
But you can't even do that now because Florence Pugh has been, it's been years since Hawkeye and Black Widow. Are you going to come to me and tell me that she's 21 in a Young Avengers team compared to...
You're not, which is why what they're going to do is the other thing, where they're actually going to age the other ones up, and they're all going to be regular Avenger age. And instead of the Young Avengers, they're going to call them the Young Avengers, but they're just going to be normal Avengers.
They're going to call them the next Avengers, the new Avengers.
Yeah, the new Avengers. And
I just want...
And the Fantastic Four still has to come into play.
It's all not good. It's what they need to do. Personally, I would say reboot, because now you're fucked, right? You have the Fox people did this in the beginning with the X-Men and Fantastic Four, and now you're trying to incorporate everything at once. My advice, skip to Secret Wars. Reboot. Launch off with the X-Men and the Fantastic Four in one universe, whatever. Build from there. Because between a pandemic, money, changing of the guard, new actors, it's I'm sure he can figure it out.
Yeah.
But there is very little possibility of Kevin Feige pulling off like a 20 different strings into one final solution. There's no fucking way.
He needed 2, maybe 3, and he had it, and he kept going. He needed the old guard who's still in it, like Thor and everyone, and have them do their own thing and kind of like wind down or become like almost like
mentors
as like
grandfather,
like
mentor people.
old like Batman and like Batman Beyond kind of thing.
I'm an old man Thor.
Yeah. Just sit there, do whatever, help someone else through their fucking trauma and pain, like he tried to get himself, even though the only thing that solved it was having a child that wasn't even his. But and then
Love and Thunder.
Yeah. I can't believe it took me to the end of that movie to be like, her name is Love. And like I just didn't see it coming at all.
I can't wait to rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
Because I remember having fun with it. But everything I remember from then has been like it's one of the worst movies they've ever made. So I want to see if that's true or not.
Not.
I don't remember.
There's some really cringy shit in it, but there's also some great comedy in it.
The goats I think are fucking great.
And
the weird floating head kid CG is bad.
Zeus, great.
Yes.
Christian Bale, great. Story itself, not that great.
No, not good.
Bunch of children with Thor powers, cool in theory, not that great.
No, executed horribly.
Yeah. But
so the old guard coming back.
Yeah.
From a nostalgia standpoint, here for it.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. From a hope for the universe standpoint, dead. That's it. If they just cave and be like, no, we need them all back to fix this, that's it.
They got to hold off, though.
Yeah.
Because if you have a DC reboot and a Marvel reboot at the same time, that's it for superhero movies.
Yes.
It's going to kill it all.
Yeah.
They just got to go back. They have too many characters, and and I don't want them to do the reboot where they're just like, oh my god, all these guys are dead now, because that means that certain things that you watched no longer
have
matter.
No fucking purpose. Yes.
Yeah, they're just content for content's sake.
You know what they could do? It'd be much easier. Is they could come out and just be like, we understand that these are Marvel Studios. We understand that these 5 properties we put out under the MCU banner, but they are no longer canon. Or be like, these all happen like this is the main MCU universe. These 5 shows were like here or somewhere else.
Yeah.
That could be an easy way to course correct. Kevin Feige, hit me up.
I guess. It seems like they tried to set up every corner of the universe, but with stuff that we already know. Exactly. But what they could be doing, which is why no one mentions the fucking giant Eternals monster, is we're already in a different universe. Of which that happened.
Yeah, do you remember how they hyped the fuck out of that? Yeah. They were like, the Eternals is the greatest Marvel thing ever made. Whatever her name is, the director made Kevin Feige cry when she had her pitch. I don't think
it was as bad as people said it was, though.
It's mediocre as shit. I remember that.
I remember having fun watching it, though.
No.
I also heard that the original script for Blade, he was supposed to be gender swapped.
Mahershala Ali almost quit, too.
Yeah.
Then that came out like last week.
Yeah.
Before, was it the Punisher writer?
I think so. Because it's just a shit. Because they want to do something so different with it. It's like everyone liked the ones with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
Just make it updated so it's not early 2000s.
Just make it better.
Yeah. Just take him, make him the exact same fucking guy.
Make him a whole CG dude. Make him do backflips like Yoda.
No, stop it. Make him a puppet.
Puppets work better. Come on.
Exactly. Speaking of puppets, Gen V. You have no idea how that connects because you didn't watch this.
About. I did not.
When
the next season of The Boys comes out, I will definitely binge and catch up.
Gen V is a spin-off series, but also a continuation of the story of The Boys superhero thing, which Miguel hasn't seen any of. No. Very vulgar, very violent, very...
College kids.
That's Gen V. The Boys is so much more. Gus is in it from Breaking Bad. I don't know, isn't Giancarlo Esposito?
Yeah. What?
Yes. He's in it.
Is he a villain?
Yeah.
Of course he fucking is.
No. He's like an anti-hero, kind of like, he's the head of a corporation which is evil, but he's not the most evil guy in the show, so it's fine. But he's also like really fucking intimidating to where there's like an evil Superman, and like evil Superman just like, I'm not gonna fuck with you. He's just, Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
So this and everything, it's just about college kids and everything in a superhero university. Spoilers, obviously. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son's in it.
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
Is that his name?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he married to Miley Cyrus?
There's no fucking... She's got to stop dating. What? He's like 24 and she's like 30 now.
No, he's 30.
Show me a picture. I feel like we got to be talking about the wrong... I mean, I guess
Patrick Schwarzenegger.
In the Gen V cast?
Yeah.
Oh. Also got 2 people from the Sabrina show, which I love.
Yes, I saw them.
They're great. They're still great in this, except the dude who played the their servant, I guess.
He's
in
not
Sabrina.
married to Miley Cyrus.
Okay. He's not British in this, and it throws me off because I don't know if he's actually British anymore, and it's really weird.
I miss the Sabrina show.
Yeah.
I miss that show so much, and I don't know why.
They gotta bring it back.
They won't. Because they're all doing other things.
Yeah.
Even though it's been like 3 or 4 years and they all look the exact same.
Exactly. Yeah. Because they were already adults. They didn't actually have teenagers. But so this show is just balls through the wall, and I can't really talk about all that much right now because any reference to it you wouldn't understand.
I don't understand the puppet reference.
So
I'm sure somebody out there is like, good job.
There's one superhero, because the whole thing in that is that superhero powers don't come naturally. It's a chemical compound that they pump into babies.
As you should. That's right.
And there's side effects for a lot of people. And one of them is essentially like just has super strength, can fuck anyone up, but he's also completely fucking schizophrenic. And when he's murdering people, he sees the world as puppets. So it's just a world happening, and then it just cuts to his view, and he's just ripping puppets in half, and there's confetti and shit flying everywhere. And he's just like, man, I gotta stop killing people. And it just cuts back to reality, and there's just guts and everything all over the fucking floor. And you're like, oh, he didn't imagine, he just murdered people, but like that's how he gets through it. Okay, these people are fucking dead. Like he ripped that man in half.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I would love to see puppet murder.
it's so good.
Okay.
And and all the powers and everything are so creative, and the fact that they have like these. It doesn't have, same with the boys, it doesn't have the same superhero shit. It's everyone's fucking real. No one's happy with these things that are going on. The world is corrupted and fucked up, and everyone's trying to fuck over everyone. Yeah. And now you have these college kids who just have college kids problems on top of it. And like, so
like
there's
sex problems.
Yeah. So there's this girl who has a really rough life, and she is like, she's got like Ant-Man power. She can shrink and grow, but the only way she could do that is by vomiting to get small or eating to get big.
It's creative. I'll give him that. That's pretty cool.
She feels very ashamed of the fact that she has to do that, but then like also there's like weird kinks and stuff where this guy's just like, can you shrink down and like hold on to my penis and like yeah. So like and so I'm like, oh, this girl's gonna kill herself, because the first episode was like, there's signs of suicide in this. Spoiler warning: she's not the one who kills herself. Someone else does. Which I'm not going to tell you because that would be a spoiler, even though it happens in episode 1.
I'm now more excited to watch the show.
It's the whole thing is that great. So
I don't know, because we got like 2 episodes in and we couldn't stand it. It was just boring.
The boys?
Yeah.
So you saw like Huey's girlfriend get pasted by A-Train.
Oh no, that was cool.
Yeah, that's how the whole show is. There's a lot of story and a lot of whatever, but then as it goes on, it gets better and better. And then in season 3, one of the dudes from Supernatural shows up, and he's essentially just Captain America, but he's a misogynistic prick, and he's great. It's so good. And can I tell you how like one person dies in it?
Fine, go ahead.
So Black Noir.
Yes.
They can't kill him because he's too fucking strong, but the motherfucker's allergic to nuts. So they put a Snickers bar in his mouth and just hold his mouth shut and just watch him die. It is like the way that you kill Soups in that is just so creative and good. And it's such a fresh take, because we are about to start talking about Invincible in a moment.
Oh, I can't wait.
But I can't wait. It's just like in that, it's real. There's like fighting. There's consequences to these superheroes. And that's probably the closest show to it. But this is just, they put it in somehow in a way where it feels grounded, even though there's just Superman flying around and shit. And like, because like the main squad is pretty much the Flash, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Except Aquaman is a rapist.
What?
Yeah.
I feel so outside of the loop right now.
It's such a good show.
I'm sure
you really have to watch it.
I will, eventually.
And there's so many things.
There's so much fucking content out there, man. It's very hard.
Yeah. And I will give you that, like, at certain times it is a bit slow, and you're like, okay, what's going on? But it's the same as these Disney Plus shows and everything, except better. Because, like, when something happens, you're just like, oh, fuck. Happens. And, like, it's not just an episode. It's a couple episodes. Like, there's
what's crazy is most Prime shows are like that, too.
They're really good.
Where it's when something happens out of left field, it's so fucking out of left field, you, like, break your neck watching it happen.
I don't watch a whole lot of Prime shows, but every time I do, I love them.
Yeah.
Like Reacher with Thad.
Their interface is horrible.
Yeah. Yeah,
but the show quality is pretty good.
Good Omens. Bad Omens? Good Omens?
Yes, Omens. Middle of the road Omens.
Is how the season 2 was, middle of the road. But it was, at least it seemed like the show had a purpose as a show, which is like the biggest thing lately. Like shows
just happening for the sake of happening.
Yeah, they don't seem like they should be shows. Yes. And Amazon doesn't do that. They are actually shows.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens when you have infinite budget.
Yeah.
It's
What's crazy to me is that The Boys and Gen V is owned by Sony, which makes it the best Sony superhero property they have. Besides, like, the old Toby movies.
barely.
And, like, you know, the other... Besides Spider-Man. This is, like, all they got.
Most Spider-Man things are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Sony can't really do anything else.
No.
You hear Venom 3 got delayed.
Well, I don't need it. They need to have him fight Spider-Man at this point. It's going on too long.
Yeah. Can we talk about Invincible?
Yeah.
I can't fucking wait, dude.
Okay.
I fucking love Invincible so much. I remember, was it 2020 or 2021 when it first came out?
It's been so long. I have no idea.
Whatever it was, 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
I remember how gut-wrenching it was to think that we had to wait. They were like, oh, there's going to be a huge fucking gap until season 2 comes out. Having to wait after all the memes and the talking and the craziness in the show, having to wait like 2 years. And now that it's here, I'm like, oh, holy fucking shit.
The things that I will say about Invincible, it has been a while since I watched season 1.
Yeah.
It's a solid show. The writing's great and everything. Yeah. But, like, Omni-Man, played by...
makes J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons.
Makes the show.
Is
He is the whole fucking...
good.
There's so much charisma. And there's so much life in the voice acting.
They took his character from Whiplash and made him a supervillain.
Made him a fucking asshole.
Get the fuck out of my face before I demolish you.
Yes.
Like, that is... He's so intimidating with that. And when he's not in a scene, I don't care.
You notice.
I don't care.
No, I like Mark. Mark is pretty good.
He's good, but I'm saying, like, when they're talking about the whole other superhero squad and everything, like, I watch a lot
I don't fucking care about that. I don't care about Rexplode.
Because, like, I
Monster
watch
Girl.
Young Justice, and I love Young Justice, and they do that part so much better. This, it has a lot of potential for a lot of cool things, but it does feel more like animated DC than anything to me.
Yes, it does. It's a lot of really good, fun, action, heavy, emotional shit, but then it's also a lot of meandering and like, oh my god, Rex slept with this girl. What the fuck
You're
are we gonna do?
You're a bad boyfriend because you gotta save the world. Hey, my dad beat the fucking shit out of me. You're a good boyfriend. It's okay. We're fine now, right? Yeah, let's make out a bit.
Nothing will ever beat. We have to be
MJ.
Stop. We have to be very quiet. Because Timmy and I are watching season 1, and I'm trying to keep away the big spoiler of season 1.
Yeah.
But dude, nothing. There's not a single show or twist that I've ever seen in my life thus far that holds a candle to Omni-Man going from like dad who loves you but is clearly a bad guy because he murders a bunch of people to like, your mother's a fucking pet to me. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. I'm going to hold your face into a train and kill people with it.
See, I didn't know the details of it, but I knew he was a bad guy because I didn't watch it when it first came out. I watched it once the show was over already, so then I just sat through and watched it. And I saw the memes and everything first, and I'm like, I'm excited to see this. But I will say, it's so refreshing that he's a Superman type.
A bad guy?
Just be able to do what you know Superman can do, but refuses to, and just so fucking effortlessly is so good.
He's so, I mean, given right in the first episode when he kills the Guardians of the Globe.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I can understand why he would struggle because they're all superpowered motherfuckers. One of them is basically a Superman type. But it's so funny for them to be like, oh man, look, there's an entire army. He's like, oh, I'm a nice dad, but then I'm going to go through this portal and I'm going to literally destroy every person on this planet and then blow it the fuck up and then fly through space home.
Yeah. And they're also
so good.
setting up so much in season 2, and I'm excited for where it's going to go. But right now, I'm just like, okay, just give me, like, just...
I understand. It's like a slow burn to get into it.
Binge TV shows. Why is Amazon the only one still putting shit up an episode at a time?
Disney's doing the same thing.
Yeah, but they try to make things like actual events. This feels like just a regular TV show that comes out episodic. Like Disney's like, oh man, this new episode, which is why we get so mad when we're like, oh, awesome, nothing happened. Why did you hype me up?
Well, it's. I don't think it's the first episode of Invincible is weird, and I think it'll make more sense later in the season because it feels like it's setting up a whole lot and it's doing a whole lot and it's like taking Mark and it's clear that he's depressed in his family and fucking whatever. Yeah. And then they build this up and then there's just an explosion and then that's it.
What's crazy to me is we're not even through the first book.
Really?
The first season was like the first third of the first book.
That makes sense.
There's a lot going on. Yeah. So like
they
this
probably
shit might get wild.
It's like Assassin's Creed 3 where it's like this thing. Listen. It's like this thing and then there's a twist where it's like, well, actually he's a Templar. So it's clear that they read that in the first couple pages. They were like, hold the fuck on. There is something with this right here. We can grip the fuck out of people with this.
Yeah.
So they did that and they're like, listen, man, we have infinite number of pages right now to fucking deal with. This show, I'm pretty sure they said the show's going to go for like 8 seasons, or that's their goal. Yeah. And apparently season 3 is already in production, so we won't have to wait 2 years. I I love the fact that it's not Marvel or DC. I love that it's they're taking things from other universes, but they're just like The Boys. They're not reinventing it, but they're changing it.
Well, it's because it's all tropes and things that you recognize.
Yes.
So, like, also spoilers, first episode, very much a Kang-like character.
Yes.
And then threw it out the fucking window immediately.
Kaboom.
And, like, that's kind of what The Boys does and stuff. Like, you got the Justice League-esque people, but it's not them. So, like, it is based off of an actual comic book, but I don't know anything about it. Like, I know about Batman
Apparently
and
the comic
stuff.
book is very bad.
Oh.
I'd believe it.
But like I don't know anything about these people, so like everything they do, I'm like, holy fuck! Like at this point, like in like Batman things and everything, I'm like, I can't wait for the Joker to show up and like fucking kill someone. And
that's so every single time there's a new fucking Batman, they're like, we have to do the Joker, man.
Well, I mean, it is good like 90% of the time.
Stop it.
Take out Jared Leto. Would you complain?
I think Jared Leto's Joker's fine.
If he wasn't in that movie and we didn't get him as a Joker, we would have went straight from Heath Ledger to Joaquin Phoenix and no one would be complaining.
Well, Joaquin Phoenix is barely like the Joker, but okay.
What?
He's barely the Joker. He's the Joker by name. He's...
What?
Let's be honest.
It's so good. Did you watch Gotham?
No.
It's also just like that. It's the Joker, but it's not. The one who's the most like the Joker, they're like, oh man, we know it's the Joker. And the guy, like at the time, I think there was like legal reasons that like, had to be like, it's not the Joker. So they fucking killed him. And then they had his twin brother show up and they're like, this is the Joker. And we're like, clearly the other guy was way more Joker.
It was, yes. And now this guy
like
looks
Mark
like
Hamill Joker, which is peak Joker.
Played by Barry, no, not Barry Cogan.
The dude from Jedi.
Yes. Yeah. Who played the Joker? Brendan, think.
I don't know his name at all.
Yes, you do. Cal Kestis.
Yes. Just the redhead from Shameless. I don't know.
No, that's... Okay, keep going.
Looks kind of like the bad guy from Max Keeble's Big Break.
I don't...
Big movie, whatever.
Those are words.
Where was your childhood?
Cameron Monaghan.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm really glad that we got there.
You like, I knew I didn't know his name, so you're giving me more shit, and I'm like, I'm just gonna keep talking because I know I ain't getting this.
His name is Name.
Name?
Yeah. Bond's name, James the Name.
James the Name called Bondalons.
Invincible?
Yeah.
I think we need to treat like an event where we have to like watch it together every week.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something big.
It's also...
I'm glad it's 45 minutes too.
We talked about it.
What?
Every time they say Invincible...
It was on purpose. It had to be on purpose.
It was on purpose.
Because I know in the first season, every time they were going to say it was like, boom, blood. And they were like, they would linger on it too. They were like, Invincible.
He really is invincible. And like on one hand, it's annoying.
Yes.
But on the other hand, it's obvious that they're doing it on purpose that it is enjoyable. You're like, there it is.
I guarantee you they were writing the script and they put the first one, they were like, all right, here's the title card. And Seth Rogen is like, hold on.
Yeah.
What if we just don't? And they're like, what the fuck do you mean? He's like, what if we just do it like a couple times?
Yeah.
And piss them all off in this happy-go-lucky shit, in this like show where we care about this kid. Let's fuck with the audience.
Yes.
Screw them over. Give people anxiety attacks over the No Invincible logo. And then they didn't even fucking show the logo.
No. And it's kind of like in How I Met Your Mother with Barry.
What?
Where he's just like, it's legendary for the whole first season. But then after that, he's like, it's legend. Wait for it. Dairy. And like as the show goes on, those pauses get longer and longer.
But
and even though you know they're gonna come, you're like,
here we go.
Come on. But like it's funny every time. And I hope that they do the same thing. I hope as like season 5, they're like, he must be invincible. And
all the breathing.
The last episode is just them just being like, is he? And then just silence for 45 minutes. Invincible credits.
No. Exactly. Yeah. Is he silent credits of just like writer? This one. And then like,
oh my God, the next episode, it comes on Invincible. And then they just go right into the story with no context.
It's just like a big fight. Omni-Man's like, I'm beating the shit out of you again. You're really not. Credits.
What does Omni-Man even mean? Omni, like everything man? Could do everything? Omnidirectional? Multi-man. No, he can't multiply, can he?
All. He's all man.
All man.
Like an almond.
He's the almond. You heard your first almonds can beat invincible things.
I'm the almond.
That was such a good thing. You don't see animation like that either. I've never seen a superhero in full squat with like hands like this. Like it's such a weird pose, but it's iconic.
It's such a good meme.
Yeah.
Think, Mark, think. I really hope that there's not a ton of Invincible memes this time around.
I like that he's invincible, but like he's totally got the Rocky gene where you could just beat the shit out of him.
I love that his name is Invincible and they keep beating the shit out of him.
He keeps getting concussions, bloodied, bruised.
Every time
clearly
you're
not invincible,
like
Like, people who were beating the shit out of him
Yeah.
got turned to dust because of a bomb, and he just like, my suit didn't even get scratched.
I said that.
Yeah.
I said,
And it's
a
just,
bomb explodes, there's corpses, and it's like a radiation bomb, and he's just sitting there with not a single rip or anything, just blood coming out of his mouth.
So is he just sitting there just being like, just hit me. Like, I deserve to be hit, and kind of like shit.
I'd believe it.
Just like, I fucked up, and he's like, I killed people. Again, it's like, dude,
Stop.
you're literally invincible.
This is your job. It's a superhero thing.
Yeah.
You didn't kill people. You killed bad people.
And then some innocent people got murdered, but also you didn't even do that. The other guy who committed suicide did.
Exactly.
Well,
maybe he didn't notice it because his eye was so big.
So fucking swollen from getting his ass fucking beaten.
What are those? What are the guys' names? Mauler, the blue one.
I am so lost on the names for everybody else in that show.
Duplicate. Blue guy, Invincible. Mauler, yes.
Okay.
I love that they were like, oh, the multiverse, all the Maulers come out, and you and I were like, that one's cool, that one's cool. I don't fucking like that one. That one's got like weird goosebumps on him.
You know what's crazy?
No.
That we just talked about is that like all these superhero spinoffs that we're doing are all very much DC oriented.
Yes.
We're not getting any spinoffs that are like Marvel. Do you think they're trying
probably
to
because
avoid
it doesn't fucking work, or rather, anymore.
And I guess Marvel's more kid friendly, so the DC automatically just gets more.
So that's why they instantly go, oh yeah, we're gonna do a boys episode or the boys where it's hyper violent and people fucking explode. We're gonna do an animation.
That's every episode.
But the animation is like getting the shit beat out of people. Shut up. My throat hurts. Invincible is very good.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Can we talk about something that I'm going to be a little controversial with?
Is it Kingdom of the
good?
Planet of the Rise of the Apes? It doesn't look good. The CG looks aggressively mediocre.
You know why?
Why?
I thought the same thing.
It's probably a different studio.
Went back and I looked at the other one. I believe it's ILM.
No, I mean the production company.
Oh. I thought that Caesar looked great in the first one compared to this, and I looked back. He is so clearly CG, and this is infinitely better. The problem is he has straight up human eyes on that monkey, so we're officially in the uncanny valley. So I don't think that it's bad. I think it just looks wrong, and our brains is like, what the fuck's wrong with that?
Is it still Andy Serkis?
No, he's dead. He was Caesar. That's why that trilogy ended. His new trilogy is son.
That's Caesar's son?
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
I'm
trying to find all the movies.
And I love the Planet of the Apes series. I've seen the originals. I've seen
those horrible costumes.
Tim Burton reboot. I've seen the new reboot. Are you about to Google the Tim Burton one? Because you don't seem like you recognized it. It's got Mark Wahlberg in it. Janet Jackson.
What?
Terrible movie, according to everyone. I don't remember too much of it, but
Planet of the Apes franchise. Hold on.
There's a lot.
So one of my favorite things was from 2001.
Yeah.
It's rotten at a 44. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So when I still worked at a FYE, one of my manager, my buddy Sal, right, at FYE, you could sell movies to FYE and then they'd buy them and they give you really shitty money for it. But we just had to sell whatever it was. Somebody gave us the bundle, the box set of the original ones. And some of these titles to me were like the funniest fucking things on the planet.
Oh, they're great.
So our joke for like 6 months before I left was just like, man, you talk about the rise of the kingdom of beneath of the Planet of the Apes on the planet? You'd be like, no, I'm talking about the kingdom of the rise of the fall of beneath the Planet of the Apes. You'd be like, shit, that makes more sense.
We're there now.
Kingdom of the Planet of the
Apes. We
Apes.
have Rise, Dawn,
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, War for the Planet of the Apes,
Kingdom of
the Planet of the Apes.
Can you look at the original names?
Planet of the Apes. Beneath the Planet of the Apes. 37% rotten. Escape from the Planet of the Apes. Conquest of the Planet of the Apes. A battle for the Planet of the Apes.
Ooh.
The reboot in 2001.
The Planet of the Apes.
And then the new ones. Doesn't the first one have James Franco?
Yeah.
And then none of the other ones do?
No, it's a different cast each time.
A lot of series do that.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Well, the thing with this is that he's not really where James Franco was anymore, and I also don't think James Franco may have died.
Maybe. Like, I mean, he also got canceled 5 years ago. So
did he though, or did he just get super weird and everyone just went go away?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
And then he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna."
Yeah.
Most of these movies are rotten too.
They are. I love James Franco
except
movies.
for the new ones. The new ones are 82, 91, 94.
They're great. I love them. I usually when a reboot happens, I'm like, oh fuck, it's whatever. But this came out, and I'm like, this is
This is also a series
genuinely
that's been
good.
going now for like 12 years.
And what I find really interesting about it is you didn't watch the original ones at all.
No, of
So
course
the
not.
original-
I watched the newer 3, but
The original ones, like humans devolved and the apes evolved. So humans can no longer talk. They can't do anything. They're like animals, and the apes
it's a
become
swap.
human. Yeah.
Yes.
And I can't see how they're going to get there because first of all, that logic doesn't fucking work. Oh, these apes got smarter, so therefore humans no longer have voice boxes. So maybe they explain it, and I just don't remember.
It was
that,
also the 70s, so
it's
like the first one came out in 1968.
so the entire thing is that seems like it was like hundreds, if not thousands, of years in the future, and the apes took over. So now I'm wondering. I'm like, you did the original trilogy that showed like the fall of man and the actual rise of the apes.
Yes.
Now with this one, it seems like it's more like
Ape versus
intertribal
ape. Yes.
kind of fighting and everything, and it seems like
humans
it's probably
have
been about
devolved.
like 50 years.
Yeah, there's a little girl that's like very.
It's Ciri from The Witcher.
Oh.
I am just gonna throw this out there, which may be controversial, but I don't give a shit.
Oh God.
I'm fine with female protagonists in movies.
Oh God.
And things like that.
Oh God.
But as a man,
Oh God.
you cannot survive a beating from a fucking highly intelligent ape. Never mind a 5'4" little white girl.
That's not controversial. That's just science.
Okay, well, because people get mad about
Monkey, strong, big arm.
And versus
takes a little person
and
smack
like with her,
brain.
and like I'm not saying she's probably walking around in that movie fucking rolling up her sleeves and punching monkeys in the face.
I got the monkey. I beat the fuck out of the monkey.
It seems like in the original one, what is it? Charlton Heston is the main guy.
Sure.
This fucking jack dude just sitting there riding a horse, being manly as fuck, just trying to like fight his way out and be like, nah, I'm man, I'm. Like, we're not dead. Yeah, it's like a monkey. And in this, it's just a monkey walking around wearing a girl like a backpack.
With a gun.
Yeah. It doesn't
And a taser.
feel the same. To be fair, I haven't watched the movie and I've loved all of them
Gary
so far.
Oldman.
Yeah.
Jason Clarke, Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis.
They're
James
good
Franco.
movies.
Matt Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
Good director.
Yeah. These are great movies.
Who's directing the new one? Can't remember the name. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. That's a fucking
the water and the fly and the
Wes
whatever.
Ball.
Who? What is he known
Wes
for?
Ball. He's 43 years old.
I didn't ask his age. What is he known for?
Fucking bear with me, okay? I gotta.
Wes Anderson, Planet of the Apes.
Wes Ball. Don't say the Maze Runner.
I like Maze Runner.
I haven't seen those. Director. What has he directed? Star Trek. The new ones.
Those
What
are
the
J.J.
fuck?
Abrams movies.
What the fuck? No, he's like the graphics guy on a lot of them.
Oh, so he's a
very
VFX
confused.
dude. Okay, that makes sense.
But now he's doing Rise of the King. Yeah, he VFX, Transformers, A Hero's Journey: The Making of Beowulf. Good movie.
So it seems like this is going to be a very CG heavy movie, which to be fair,
Incredibly,
all the other ones
yes,
were as
yes.
well. I'm just hoping that he doesn't go too over the top with CG just for the
100%.
case of
I saw
using
it in the trailer already.
Yeah.
Some of the way that the cameras spin, it's not a real camera around people. It's a fucking digital false.
How many fucking people
point
you
of
need?
view.
It's a fucking CG monkey
Monkeys.
movie. Like what?
You don't need a ton of people.
No.
But it's clear, like if you're gonna have
Yeah.
a scene of one dude as like I am monkey with the crown,
Yeah.
make it a fucking real person.
Yeah.
And then fucking CG him on top
Yeah.
or whatever.
They were in the other one, so I'm interested to see.
Well, no,
if they
that was
had
all
it.
motion capture. That was a whole
Yeah.
thing. It was like, oh, we're pushing the fucking boundaries of technology.
But like
It's
even
2011.
they even did the things where like they put like the fucking like walking sticks
Yeah.
on their forearms so they could actually move
Move
like
like a monkey,
monkeys.
yeah.
It's just really cool.
I know.
I
And I'm sure
remember-
this one they're like, no, look, the Lion King did it. It's just fucking cartoons, but they look different.
I really want to rewatch these movies because especially that first one,
I will rewatch the new ones with you. I
Yeah,
will
oh,
not
no,
watch
no,
those ones from
oh,
the
no.
70s. I will not.
I would consider rewatching the original one from the 70s, but that's it.
No. Maybe if I really like these three.
Mhm.
But I will definitely watch the.
Because they're just so good. It has a John Lithgow in it,
John Lithgow.
and he's like
He's a nice guy.
he's
getting
so,
old.
so good. He's old in the thing. His whole thing is he's got like Alzheimer's,
I mean, he's been getting old for like the last 10, 15 years.
and just it's a little bit ballsy to not have Andy Serkis in this, especially when
Yeah.
they're all CG monkeys. So
They
you could
should've-
just make
even
him
if
a
it's-
different monkey.
Exactly. You could just be like, why do they have to go, oh, it's the passing of the torch. It's a different. No, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Just give me monkey. He was King Kong. That didn't stop you the first fucking time.
He was monkey. Now he is monkey.
monkey
son.
again. Gollum, just a monkey.
Monkey without the hair.
Yeah, he's just monkey guy.
You're also a monkey guy. All right, Brendan, to close out the episode,
Yeah.
some of our favorite show is coming back.
Ooh.
There's another Game of Thrones spinoff.
Ooh, I'm actually very excited.
I have not watched House of the Dragon. I'm waiting for season 2. I've heard.
So good.
Game of Thrones is still one of my favorite TV shows of all time,
Mhm.
and a lot of people hate those last 2 seasons. I think they're fine. I don't think they're as garbage as people say.
It's just it's rushed and the dialogue sucks. But the only reason why it is remotely good, imagine Endgame and Infinity War, but like with shittier dialogue, like the wrapping up of all of it would still make them solid movies, but it's not,
in one.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't work as well, and there's certain character traits and everything, and also apparently like Peter Dinklage couldn't talk anymore because other people can't write Peter Dinklage dialogue besides who wrote
Peter Dinklage?
No, who's the guy?
I don't know.
George R. R. Martin. Who still hasn't finished that last book. So
of course not. He's never going to
finish it. The TV thing is all we're going to get.
Yeah.
He's too worried about fucking it up, but like it doesn't matter because the TV show already fucked it up.
Yeah.
So even if you fuck it up, people aren't going to be like, "How could you?" It's just going to be more just like, "Here we go again." So like,
there's going to be like, "Well, that was bad, so the TV show's better," or "The TV show was really bad, so this is pretty good."
Yeah.
House of the Dragon, I'm excited, but what another horrible title? Okay,
yeah,
a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, the Hedge Knight.
Yes,
Rise of the Fall of the Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
If this is the one that I think it is, they changed the name of it already again. But if it is the one, I believe it's about the first men and the creation of the White Walkers and everything, and like the houses. So like, there's going to be like old like Starks and stuff, but maybe like before they have the name Stark kind of shit.
You remember? In the early 2000s when they went, we're going to do X-Men Origins movies.
Yes.
And then Wolverine came out and we were like, this
is great.
Was horrible.
I loved it.
And then they were like, well, we were going to do X-Men Origins Magneto, but I guess we're not going to do that anymore.
That would have been so cool. It would have been a World War II movie.
It would have been, yes. This feels like that. It feels like they're going to go A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, The Hedge Knight, 8 episodes. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, your mom.
Oh, no.
That's what it feels like.
It's just a prequel to show how all that started with the children and everything. And then the other one, which I may have actually gotten canceled, which was the Jon Snow one, like the King of the North kind of show, which I was really excited for, but I think it got
just
canceled.
Want to see fucking whatever his name is come back. The actor's name.
Peter Dinklage?
Nope. That's Jon Snow.
Jon Snow, yes. Keith Harington.
Keith Harington.
Yeah.
What?
It's his name.
Is it really?
Yeah. Kit Harington.
Kit Harington. Okay.
Kit Harington.
He doesn't seem like a Keith.
No.
Kit Harington. I was so super excited. They were like, "Oh, he's in the Eternals." I was like, "Nice!"
Like, and he's gonna be a knight too.
He's gonna be a fucking star. The Black Knight. He's gonna be in movies. I can't fucking wait.
Him.
And they fucked him up real bad.
Fucked him. He was right there.
He was.
And everyone likes him, and they want more of him.
But then they just don't do anything.
Threw him to the fucking curb, and instead we got Steve Madden. Or John Madden, whatever, having sex with Elton John. Richard Madden. And they're like, he's going to be the star. This is it. So, but what about Kit Harington? And then Sophie Turner was just like, I'm going to marry a Jonas brother. I'm going to be in the X-Men. Oh, shit. Both of those are gone.
Yay. Have you thought about being on TMZ?
No.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty funny.
Maisie Williams, gone.
She like shaved her eyebrows after Game of Thrones, and I've just
for a movie.
It's probably wasn't good.
No, because it was about the Sex Pistols. Who fucking cares?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't fucking care.
And then who else? Cersei was actually in
Thor: Love and Thunder, and they cut her out.
Did they?
Yeah, she was also in Justice League.
She was also in
No, she wasn't.
That wrestling movie with
Florence Pugh.
Yeah, Florence Pugh in it. I saw it. It was actually pretty good.
I heard it was really good.
It took me a while to watch it because I don't really care about wrestling, but it was a solid movie.
Even a little bit. Isn't Jock the Bach Ronson in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
Also, Nick Frost.
Who?
Cornetto Trilogy guys. Fat one.
See? That's good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're like, how the fuck am I supposed to get this? And I'm like, what?
He's the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
He's great.
Never gonna watch that movie.
No.
Isn't that the movie that put Florence Pugh on the map too?
No, she was an indie film girl. Midsummer.
No, that was after that.
Was it?
Yeah.
I know she likes to do indie things, so it's probably some shit
She
I've
does a
never
lot
seen.
of Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever.
A24.
What about
coming out with their first animated TV show?
What the fuck is that?
Has Been Hotel, which blew up on YouTube. And
Googling.
It's the first thing they're doing that's animated because they want to become a full-on studio.
I know, because they want to fucking buy Halloween.
No, they don't want to expand past like horror and Halloween and shit like that. Like they want to be like a legit studio. You might actually like this show. It's a musical.
A24 film.
Except there's a whole controversy about it because all the people who were in the original YouTube video for the voice cast, they fired and hired real actors. Yeah.
I don't think you want to talk to me about musicals, okay? Because I'm totally dragging you to see the Mean Girls musical in January. It's going to be bad.
I'll go see that one. It's Mean Girls. Okay,
It's gonna be it's gonna be bad, but I'm gonna have so much fun.
There's a couple musicals I want to go see. Well, plays like
I
Book of Mormon.
hate
I really
this.
still need to see it. It's
Don't
been
fucking
out
care.
for like a decade and a half, and I haven't seen it. I want to see The Cursed Child.
I think A24 should really stick to the horror stuff because they're really good at it.
There's a lot of things that are A24 that you don't even realize is A24.
Like what?
You got the list in front of you.
I do. I was just hoping that you would know, so you could just spitball them. Asking me about cookies.
They just
The Iron Claw. That looks good. Zac Efron. He's a boxer, I think. And homie is like...
Oh, that one with the bowl cut and everything?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Homie is big.
Yeah.
What else is there?
He got that big fake jaw and he had to get a body to match.
Addicts the Musical. Want nothing to do with it.
Nope.
Talk to Me. Heard that was good. But was Afraid. Don't fucking care.
No, but they just like, I don't really know any of those that are coming out, but like their track record's pretty solid.
Their website makes me angry.
Why?
Because it's not good.
Oh.
Oh, wait, what is that? Wait. I saw Jennifer Lawrence was in one of them.
Was it Mother?
Causeway.
What?
2022, I don't know.
It came out last year.
Bodies.
I heard that was really good.
Marcel
They
Michel
recorded that in Denville.
with shoes on. Did they really?
Yeah, the Priest building that was abandoned and they now tore down because it was abandoned. They're like, let's film in here. And Pete Davidson was in Denville.
Yeah, well, that of all the things that Pete Davidson's done besides to date everybody, that sounds like the most like
I also heard that Sydney Sweeney was in Rockaway as well.
filming something.
Something, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. In Rockaway?
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to film in Rockaway?
Peter Dinklage,
What?
the station agent, is filmed in Rockaway and on Green Pond. The whole
Really?
movie. The tiny shit bar on the railroad, that's his bar in the movie. He lives on the train tracks
The
in
tiny
town.
shit railroad. The one that we go to?
No, the tiny bar that like looks like a long hallway on the outside that's on the train tracks by the bridge.
Oh, the one that was right next to the corpse of Potbellies.
Yeah.
Yes, the one that we...
No one knows what we're talking
Did we
about.
try to go into there? This is very local. It's a perfect local reference.
I didn't go into Potbelly's ever, but I went to the restaurant it turned into after that, and
Yeah.
they only served
No, I'm talking about
breakfast.
the bar.
Oh,
Didn't we walk in there once and they gave us looks?
I didn't because I was told it was an old guy bar, so I didn't want to take the chance. But I was also told the same thing about every bar in town, and
Yeah.
it's fine.
No, it's fine. What is the
Bar. You're having a drink. Someone's gonna have a good time.
What's the name of the bar that's on right off Main Street next to the Taekwondo place? The good one.
Tavern.
Tavern?
Yeah, they
The Tavern on the Rocks.
redid it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Love that place.
I gotta go back. I went once recently,
Yeah.
and it just
Well, didn't you go alone?
yeah. I was just like, let me just see how this goes, and it was just
Sad.
absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Yes, just saw a whole bunch
That's
of
like-
people I used to know, which is why I don't like going to that bar.
Yeah. Well, that's why I want to go to that bar so that way I could be like, look at me, and then look at you. Where's your fucking hairline at? I got a podcast. What do you have? Oh, a degree?
Are we talking about the same person?
Are we?
Maybe.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Okay, I think that we're hitting the hour mark,
Yeah.
and my throat hurts. So as much as I want to
We're
go for,
getting a bit derailed, so
fuck the derail, man. I don't give a shit.
no one makes it this far in the
Local
episode.
no, it's not even that. Local references
Yeah.
are the shit. Because we're always like, no, we're not going to tell people where we live, but we're like, no, in Rockaway, it's kind of crazy
Yeah,
because everybody leaves, but everybody finds a reason to come back.
which is so weird.
It sucks.
You know what's really weird?
What?
Like the neighborhood and everything now.
Yeah.
Like now that we're older, like I'm seeing cycles in the town
Yeah.
to where like when I first showed up,
It's
it
all
was just like
kids.
kids
Yeah.
and
And then you all
elderly
grow
people,
up.
and now all the elder people are dead. So there's more kids, and then there's like middle-aged people as
Yeah.
well, and it's really weird. And there's like
And everything's really like very busy, and there's a lot of kids and screaming and yelling for the whole summer.
the weirdest thing
And
was
then as
having
time goes on, then
Yeah.
there's no one.
weirdest
and
thing
then-
was having a teacher I hated that like just turned into your neighbor.
Yeah, he was also the mayor.
No, we're talking about different people.
Local obscure
Woman.
references.
It was a woman.
what?
She lives next door to you, or lived next door to you.
Oh
Yeah, I
she's-
hated her.
Yeah, me too. But we were also in like 5th grade, so I'm sure we didn't really understand it.
She was a bitch.
Anyway, Brendan,
Yeah.
tell people what we did last week while I bring it up because I know that you're not going to know.
We reviewed Five Nights at Freddy's, and
Five
everyone
Nights
got
at
really
Freddy-
fucking mad.
Everybody's so fucking angry about Five Nights at
We
Freddy's.
enjoyed
It's
the
so
movie.
funny.
We were just nitpicking things.
Yes. And we also, I mean, when it comes to like the shorts and things, we keep posting the clip of you yelling and being angry about it. And everyone's like, man, this guy doesn't get it. We waited 10 fucking years, man. Fuck this guy.
Fuck you guys, okay? Just because you waited 10 years doesn't mean a bad movie has to like just be praised because it has things in it that you liked. It's like
Yes.
when we watch
Yes.
fucking Spider-Man movies and they're like, oh my God, there's Venom. Yay. It's like, great, but that doesn't make it a good movie.
No.
I can still get excited for that though.
You still have no reason to enjoy Topher Grace's Venom. Just because it happens doesn't make it nice.
I mean, I just see Eric Foreman, so it just makes me smile a little bit.
Be like, Donna's probably missing you. What the fuck are you doing?
And I know a lot of people talk shit about the 90s show, but I was loving it.
I fucking love that 90s show. Season 2 comes out next year.
Shove my foot up your ass. I have never been more proud.
It was good. And the new characters are very charismatic.
Yeah. Except for that one guy who shall not be named who cannot come back. But
no, I was talking about the new cast. We know that Hyde can't come back.
Yeah.
He's in jail.
He's in hiding.
Well, last week we talked about Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
Christmas and Thanksgiving are coming.
Stop.
I can't fucking wait.
I can.
Loki.
I need like 2 more weeks.
Loki episode 4.
Next
Rick and
week
Morty.
we'll have the finale.
Yes, we will. And the Marvels by the time we record next week.
And one other movie. Hunger Games?
No, I think that's the week after.
Ah.
Dude, that once we hit like the end of November, it's a ton of movies that I'm excited to see.
It's just all Christmas shit coming out.
And I told you too, in December, there's a week where we're going to do the 6-movie attempt. You can see 3 movies a week. So we're going to go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Because there's 6 movies that I want to see. Pretty positive I wrote them down too.
How am I going to do shorts while we also do that?
Suffer. It's right before the break. You go hard until December, then we take 2 weeks off.
Okay.
What are they? Oh, fuck, dude. The Marvels. And it's the Hunger Games, Trolls Band Together, Thanksgiving, Next Goal Wins.
Thanksgiving looks good.
But that's 4 movies right there in one weekend. And then it's Napoleon, Wish.
I don't want to see
Wonka, Wish. Aquaman.
So we got some good movies coming out and then some fucking really bad movies coming out.
So over the next week, next week we'll talk about the Hunger Games too.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about the 3 leading up to.
I just love how PC everything has to be now, except for when it comes to little people, and they just throw all those rules out the fucking window. We're going to make these people CG. Oh, instead of having an Oompa Loompa, we're going to take this British dude and paste his face on this orange CG body.
Oh, no, I've started dancing.
And it's just like, what? What are you doing?
Loompa, Loompa, doobity-doo. I have a pee.
I hate it because I love the originals. I love the originals, and he's just sitting there, and I'm like, movies. Why are you? No.
I can't wait for us to have to rewatch Willy Wonka and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, only to watch this horrible fucking movie that it's going to be
so bad.
It's going to be fucking atrocious.
We're also going to have to watch Paddington 2 for reference.
Why?
It's the same director.
Oh.
And it's a really
Paddington
good movie.
1 and 2?
No, just 2. I never watched Paddington 1. You don't need to watch it.
Really?
It's a bear who lives in a family. That's it. So you need to know.
That's pretty good. Can we also watch Winnie the Pooh?
With Ewan McGregor?
Yes.
Never saw it.
Neither did I. But now looking back that it's been like 6 years, those models are kind of scary.
They look scary when it came out.
It did, but now it's worse because the CG looks bad.
Okay, well, we're going to wrap things up because your voice is gone.
It is getting worse as the day goes on.
Could I ask you to say something, but then I couldn't think of anything.
Subscribe. Have a good night.
Hit that like button.